We're going to look at a few questions now regarding side length properties of triangles. So we're going to look at determining the properties of triangles related to side lengths. Which side measures are possible for a triangle? Is it A, 5, 7, 12, B, 3, 8, 13, C, 6, 7, 10, or D, 13, 15, 30 centimeters? What you have to remember here is that in any triangle, if you add any two sides together, they have to be together add up to be longer than the third side. So if we look at A, we have one side is equal to 5 centimeters and another side is equal to 7 centimeters. So if I add up 5 and 7, try that again. 5 plus 7, that's equal to 12. But 12 is equal to 12. It's not greater than 12. So in A, that's not going to work. My side lengths have to be greater. In B, I've got 3 centimeters, 8 centimeters, and 13 centimeters. So I add my first two sides together, and I get 11. Well, 11 is less than 13. So once again, we're not going to be able to form a triangle because two sides added together isn't longer than one of the third sides. Okay, now if I do C, I've got my two shorter sides are 6 and 7. So I'm going to add them together. 6 plus 7. That works out to be 13. Well, 10 being the longest side in the triangle, whether I add that to the 6 or to the 7, it's definitely going to be longer than the other third side. So 6 plus 7 is greater than 10. That means that this one is the one we want. So the answer is C. Once again, I like to check to make sure that all of my possibilities are exhausted. So I'm going to look at number D here. And in this one, my two shorter sides are 13 centimeters and 15 centimeters, and when I add them together, I get 28. And once again, 28 is less than 30, so that I cannot form a triangle with these side properties, side lengths. Okay, here's another common type of question. The following triangle is labeled improperly. Relabel the triangle with appropriate side and angle measures so that the relationship between angles and sides are correct. And in any triangle, the properties relating sides and angles is that the largest angle is always opposite the longest side in any triangle. In this case, right now, we can see that 70 degrees is the largest angle. 14.5 inches is the longest side. So clearly, we don't have our longest side and our longest angle opposite, and our largest angle opposite. Same thing goes for our shortest side and our smallest angle. My smallest angle is 48 degrees. My shortest side is 11 inches. But they are not opposite to each other either. So we do have some problems here. We're going to have to fix this. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to relabel either my angles or my sides, or maybe both. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Based on my diagram, I'm assuming it to be to scale. The smallest angle is this one right here. So that means that it's not going to be 62 degrees, but this is likely going to be 48 degrees. And now we can see that our smallest angle is opposite our shortest side. So that seems to be okay. So I've got to exchange this as well. This is now 62 degrees. Okay, but now I still have my 70-degree angle down here. It's not opposite my largest side, which is right here. So it's probably best to exchange my side lengths now. So this is now going to be 13.5 inches. And this right here is no longer 13.5. We're going to say that's 14.5 inches. Okay, so what we'll see now is that our shortest side is opposite our smallest angle. Our longest side is opposite our largest angle. And then the side that's in between, which is 13.5, is opposite the angle that's in between, the middle angle. So the middle side length and the middle angle are opposite to each other as well. So real quick, I'm going to try to draw this out again. So we're going to have 48 degrees here, 62 degrees here, 70 degrees here, then we have 14.5 inches, we have 11 inches, and we have 13.5 inches. So to summarize this, I'll remind you of how the sides and angles relate to one another. The side opposite the largest angle is the longest side. And then the side opposite the smallest angle is the smallest side, or the shortest side. And finally, and of course that leads to the fact that the middle angle and the middle side must be opposite each other. And finally, the sum of any two sides must be greater than the length of the third side. So when we take any two sides in any triangle and add them together, they must be longer than the third side, or we won't be able to form a triangle at all.